My people fought to live on the land, fighting and struggling when no one else gave a damn. The courage and pride will remain till the end. North and South both have Koreas on the end. Korea, a peninsula that was split into two states. A time where my people began to lose faith. Thousands dead, bloodshed, and bodies rotting. The forgotten war should never be forgotten. The year is 1910 and the state of our nation is under the control of the Japanese occupation. Official annexation was a forced situation based in a town that was gonna test our patience. Overtaking the government, raping our women, and forsaking our heritage by replacing our rhetoric. Innocent civilians on their knees screaming, "Pray for me!" But once the freedom was now turned into slavery. Hearts continued to bleed as they were forced underneath, screaming out, "Please!" But had to appease the Japanese. See, they might have had government control, but couldn't control the soul of the people living below where the Yalu River flows. Temporary occupation will fight to get it back. I jumped 35 years to the Pearl Harbor attack. Japan bombed Hawaii so the U.S. had a copy by making things sloppy in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Atomic bombs ignited the war, they couldn't fight it. The Japanese surrendered, which left Korea divided. Now the Soviets had the troops above the 38th parallel, and the U.S. had the troops below. And the two superpowers, in order for their defense, set up a pretense fence without the Korean people's consent. The U.S. and the Soviets determined to face, while Korea just wanted to be its own independent state. They just wanted to be free and left alone and didn't condone to occupational zones in their homes. But the two superpowers forced their own policy to establish a government resembling their ideology. In the North, the Soviets set up communism, socialism, or call it what you want to call it, labeling themselves as Koreans and democratic. Kim Il-sung rose as the leader and had fellow believers, although he was a student in the Soviet border. And in the South, the U.S. also called it democracy. But it was contradictory due to its hypocrisy. Far from perfection was an election in which most believed was a case of government corruption. Syngman Rhee was the nominee that came to be the president at the age of 73. You can't call this progress. Nobody believed him. People began to protest for justice and freedom. Fighting and struggling, my people feeling the pain. I'm asking, what kind of freedom is bound if I change? Now, split Korea meant having a split up family with a confused identity like having a split personality. And if you're asking me what we gained from these fatalities, a lost sense of belonging was the major causality. See, the people that died made the people still alive. Realize how can we still go on with having pride in our eyes? You can't have pride in a country when the country's not yours. This government, that government, I'm really not sure. But one thing I do know is that my country is now split, and the people at the top ain't telling me shh. But they're telling me to shush. And I think I'm about to bust. I don't know what's going on. Did they forget about us? Where is the order? Justice I demanded. But all I got was the border, and I'm left empty-handed. Stranded in a country I can't even call my own. Where am I supposed to go? I don't even have a home.